Venetian calm air, high above St. Mark's Square, flew a bird, cast out and lonely. His friends quite fed up with the tales he made up, and no bird made up tales like Pigeoni. How he would wax about the places he'd tracked, his adventures exciting and grand. The people he'd met and the adventures he'd trekked while travelling land to land. I once flew to Rome, the Pope was at home, so I guested in Vatican City. I quite like to teach, so I helped with his speech and made him sound most wise and witty. The Queen had sent word to meet the Pope's bird, so next I appeared at the palace. The Queen did decree we would sit down to tea, which I drank from a solid gold chalice. I next snuck inside the President's ride, America being such a long journey. POTUS said, "Consigliere, you advise me so rarely," so I shared the concerns which concern me. We flew to New York, so strangely they talk. Hot dogs, baseball, forget about it. "I'm walking here," said a fellow quite near. "You're getting on my nerves," he shouted. Manhattan was fun, but I needed some sun. I did LA beach time like a stallion. They say California gulls are the cutest in the world, but you know I prefer the Italians. I left Sunset Strip, caught a cruise ship, and cruised to Australia, quite balmy. The Prime Minister and I raced emus and ate pies while a kangaroo cooked on the barbie. "That's enough," said the crew. "We've had it, we're through. Your stories are all in your head. You're such a disgrace, you've never been any place. You couldn't lie straight in your bed. You're a phony, Pigeoni. You'll die old and lonely. Away with your silly delusions. Don't look so shocked. These stories you concoct are far-fetched and phony illusions." Pigeoni was stunned to be cast out and shunned, but not a word did he offer in defence. With a tear he set fly to a sun-setting sky. The pain in his heart was immense. But time had marched on since Pigeoni had been gone. Now the pigeons missed his oratory. Even though they all knew the tales were untrue, they vicariously lived through those stories. One auspicious day, the birds were at play when they learned who was coming to visit. In the days that surrounded, excitement abounded. Not a single Venetian would miss it. The day had arrived, the air was alive. Back to back the Grand Canal roared. A procession of boats, and in one boat the Pope, floating his way to the fore. The Pope took the stage, every face was engaged, a momentous and graceful ceremony. But each jaw hit the floor with what next they saw, the Pope introducing Pigeoni. As the Pope spoke of this bird of great note and thanked him for all that he knew, it finally occurred to all of the birds, the Pigeoni's baloney was true. The crowd went home and the Pope back to Rome, and the birds gathered round in shock. They each apologized for saying he'd lied and invited him back to the flock. He humbly declined, saying, "I can't at this time. I've been called to the United Nations." I didn't think twice when they asked for advice, even on my Hawaiian vacation. The flock was impressed and they wished him their best. "You'll always be welcome here, homie." The moral of this fable is don't judge, hate or label, and don't be a phony. Be Pigeoni.